A federal court in D.C. tells the Trump administration the government cannot interfere with pregnant, unaccompanied minors from getting abortions. A judge last Friday issued an order barring the government from interfering with or obstructing pregnant minors from getting abortions while a lawsuit proceeds. This order covers pregnant minors being held in federal custody after entering the country illegally. Lawyers for the Health and Human Services say the department has a policy of refusing to facilitate abortions, and the director of the HHS office overseeing the shelters does not believe the teens have a constitutional right to abortion. The government can appeal the judge's order. Joining us now to discuss this is Christensen, the policy director for the Susan B. Anthony List. Good to have you back. Thanks for being with us this Easter week.
Sure, thanks for having me.
Can you put this ruling into context for us? How significant is it?
It is a really big deal. This is, remember, we're talking about young people who have come to the United States without a mom or a dad or a guardian. And because we don't want to toss them into a prison, we put them into HHS care with the intention of looking out for their best interests. And what this judge has said to the administration is, you have no choice but to send these kids off for abortions, and you're not allowed to look out for the best interests of the mom or the baby any longer.
The HHS maintains that taxpayers are not responsible for facilitating abortions for unaccompanied minors who have entered the country illegally and are currently in the government's care. But does this ruling open the door for women to enter this country illegally and demand abortions?
It sends a message that the one thing that you can count on when you come to the United States is, of all things, abortion. That's the thing that we have available, even if you're in federal custody, which is really a sad message to be sending to the world. Of course, there are opportunities for appeal. This may end up going to the Supreme Court, which reminds us of how important it is to have 5 solid justices ready to defend the rights of all people, including those of the unborn.
There was this exclusive reporting from the Daily Caller that just came out a few days ago that apparently the ACLU questioned top HHS official Scott Lloyd over his faith, and he's Catholic, and whether his religious imposition impeded his adherence to the law. How are pro-life officials in this administration being treated right now?
Well, you know, that is just such a really disappointing approach that they've taken in this case, because when you think about it, it's not that they don't agree with his religion, it's that they don't agree with his position, which is one that protects unborn children and protects their moms. And you know, the ACLU and the abortion groups that have been pushing for these abortions, what they want is abortion right up until birth. In one of these cases, the child was 20 weeks old. That is not a controversial topic to most Americans. That baby deserved a chance at life. So using their religious views as a distraction from the extreme views of the abortion advocates, I think, is a tactic they're taking. And it is Scott Lloyd's job as a member of the pro-life Trump administration elected by pro-life Americans to defend the rights of unborn children.
We need to support that pro-life work.
Absolutely.
Christensen, Policy Director for the Susan B. Anthony List, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.